In this video, I'm installing this overhead storage rack. What's going to be nice about this is it cranks up and down, so I'll have some nice storage in the garage that I don't need to be on a ladder to use. So this is the GL1 by a company called FLEXIMOUNTS, and it is a 4 by 4 foot storage rack that'll support 300 pounds. And all I've really got to say here is, despite getting the good old FedEx treatment, it arrived in great shape. Instructions, always important. I'm just gonna give these a quick read. And
tape the template to the ceiling and make sure the slots in the template line up with your joists.
This template really does make it easy.
Time to feed the cable through the pulleys.
I think for the sake of my sanity in installing this properly. Okay, I was a little surprised by this. All right, we are getting mighty close to the finish here. Winding pole time. There's 2 screws on here so you can adjust the height. Moment of truth. We can disengage the safety. Hook it back on. Well, that works awesome. That is fantastic. I think the next thing everyone probably wants to know is, does it really hold 300 pounds? So let's do that. $45, $90, 45. There's 180. $275, 300. All right, so you can put 300 pounds on it. It's gonna out-torque at least my drill, so.
And in fairness, it doesn't say anywhere you can use a drill.
Whew. So, definitely could put 300 pounds on there. I'm not gonna wind it all the way to the ceiling because I don't wanna have to wind it all the way back down to take all the weights off, but definitely supports it. I'm more than comfortable putting that kind of weight on there, but I don't think I'm actually gonna have any kind of weight like that on there on a permanent basis. Little doggy bike trailers and kids trailers and toys for outside. I think that's my end goal here, but let's wind this down and try some real stuff. No storage upgrade video would be complete without lots of bins, so I think that's the question on everyone else's mind probably at this stage is, how well does it fit bins? And I think the short answer is quite well. So I've got 4 27-gallon bins on here. And they honestly do fit quite nicely. Could definitely do 2 stacks if you wanted to, provided they're not super heavy. Now, who doesn't love that? Not even in frame anymore. Goodness. So they tuck up really well against the ceiling. I'm happy with that. You know, if you got tall enough ceilings like I do, you're really unobstructed. This is great. Doesn't mess with my lighting too much. I got a lot of ceiling lights, as you guys can see. Probably could even put a battery light just on the bottom if you're really worried about that. Time for a little wrap up, some things I like and things I don't like. Likes are how easy it was to install. The instructions were really clear, the template made it foolproof. It just works as advertised, I guess. Yeah, in general, I mean, it comes and it hangs flat. You don't have to fiddle with it. At least I didn't. You just run the cables exactly as they say. And yeah, it's hanging perfectly flat. Fits bins good. It'll support the 300 pounds, just like they say. You know, make sure you guys are in joists, nothing else. Don't like, it's all piddly stuff. So there were a couple of stickers that when I peeled off, I had to come back with Goo Gone to really clean it up. That's just minor. I think everybody does that. And I really wish my drill would power it when it was under 300 pounds load. But realistically, I think that's kind of down to my drill, and it's a cheater method to do it nice and quick. But that's, I don't think, any fault of FLEXIMOUNTS, certainly not because they didn't say it's supposed to do that. I'm not gonna have that much weight on there. I'm gonna use the drill as a nice little cheater, fast up and down. The handle works great. It's not too hard to crank. Even with the 300 pounds up on there, I'm not really bearing down on it, trying cranking it up and down. It was easy. A little slow, but I think that is part of its safe nature. It's got a worm gear gearbox, I'm pretty sure, up in that corner, and that's so it can't free fall when it's under a lot of weight. So these things are set up that way by design, and I would rather have it be safe than fast. And yeah, it's been great. I'm enjoying it, and I think I have space for another. So I think I'm probably going to purchase another for slightly forward in my garage. But thank you to FLEXIMOUNTS for sending me this for review. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think, what you guys have used for your storage solutions. God knows I have more shelves and racks and toys than I probably should. But, you know, when you want to go out on the weekend and have fun with your puppies and your wife, you accumulate some toys. So that's a small price to pay. So thank you for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next video. So the puppies are back, and they want to know what I'm doing with their trailer. Here's the real intended use. Perfect storage solution. Huh? All right, puppies.